ugly smirk. You convince yourself that it's one of my quirks again. Too high if you can choose.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we're going to do an On My Radar SPFBO9 edition. So if you've seen this series, you've seen that I normally pick 5 books or authors that have been on my radar generally for a length of time that I plan on getting to within the next sort of 12 months-ish. Fingers crossed. But because June is the start of SPFBO9, I'm going to show you the SPFBO9 books that are on my radar. So it's kind of like SPFBO9 books that I'm interested in, authors that I'm interested in, and kind of like a TBR, MBR situation all rolled up into one. Yes? Yes. So first off, I want to go through my physical reads and we'll just dive right in with this one. So this is That Which the Deep Heart Knows. I'm not going to read the synopses of all of these because the books that I want to read, there's a lot. There's quite a few. So this is by R.J. Weldrake. So this follows a girl who is basically being used by the gods, by rival gods. She finds herself stuck in the middle of this battle between gods, and that's all I'm really going to say about this. The synopsis on the back is lengthy, and yeah, I'm interested in this one. This is Gambler of the Gods by Mitchell Fairwood, and this follows predominantly like 3 POVs are listed on the synopsis. One character who's just wanting a quiet life, one who lives on the edge, and one who says a woman who is lost in her own world, struggling to fit into her existence. So it follows 3 POVs, and I don't know if this is, I think this is the start of the series. Yeah, Order of the Dragons at book 1, and this was kindly gifted. These two both were kindly gifted by the authors as well, so thank you very much. In fact, looking at this, apart from one of these, all these copies were gifted by the authors, so thank you in advance. Next up, we have No Heart for a Thief by James O'Doolan. This one I've had on my radar since it came out, since before it came out, since the hype was building up around this when it was out with its proofreaders, like, or ARC readers. It's honestly, it's been a while. And I just love the cover. Next up, we have Death's Disciple by Emma Adams, and I was kindly gifted an arc of this. This was before I was gifted this before she entered into SPFBO9, and I read a synopsis of this somewhere on one of my vlogs when I received it. The cover alone makes me very intrigued about reading this, but the only downside of getting all these physical books is that not all of them have audio either. So they are just going to be purely physical reads, but they are so pretty and they look so amazing on my shelves. So there's this one, and I think this is a debut novel from her, and again, beginning of a series. So if I like it, I'm going to be starting quite a few series if I like all of these. Am I stressed at that? No, not all. And this one is The Bloodborne Dragon by J.C. Rycroft. Oh, this one I did only find through SPFBO9, and I read the synopsis. It's about dragons, and the character is seemingly a strong, sassy female protagonist, which we love. So I couldn't turn it down, really, could I? No. Next up, Palmer Pickering, Heliotrope. You'll have seen this one on a few TBRs. I now have the audiobook for this as well, so I know that I'm gonna smash through this. This is a standalone, so I'm hoping, I'm more worried about going into this than a series starter, because I feel, not that I know what writing a book is like, but I feel like it would be harder to get, especially with fantasy, a full world a full sort of like beginning, middle and end, and pull you in and keep you intrigued for this length of time, and to wrap it all up nicely without it feeling rushed. I mean, it is over like 700 pages, so it's not, wouldn't be massively rushed, but I feel like this as a standalone is a bold move, but I'm really excited to get to this, and I'm thinking this probably will be one of my first reads, because it's been on my TBR for so long. I now have the audiobook. So next up we have Daughter of the Ice by, I need to get this right, Louis Falcao de Magales. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if it's wrong, but again, this was gifted by the author prior to him entering SPFBO9 as well, and I'm really intrigued about reading a fantasy that's set in like an icy territory. I've not read a fantasy like that before, so I have no idea what this is going to be like setting wise. I've never read from this author before, so it is on the top tier of my list to read, and it's only short. So next up we have Marco Roberti. This dude has been battered about for a while on my Twitter. I've been following him for a while, and I do have the prequel novella to this series as well, but this is the book that's entered into SPFBO9. So, and look again. It says, in a world where writing disappears when author dies, 22-year-old Cale Oberlin watches the last gasping breaths of his best friend. That's all you need to know. I will be reading this one too. I don't know if there's an audiobook for this one, but if there is, I will be purchasing that as well. And then we get on to some beautiful hardbacks. This is Return of the Knights by Gregory Contaxis. I am so happy to get one of these. I was offered a physical copy. I assumed it was going to be a paperback, but then when this arrived, I was like, hells yes. Like, this is the naked hardcover, and I'm so happy. The Palace of the Dawn will soon be stormed. The most ruthless man of all time is one step away from a sailing on Love Bridge and dethroning Sophie Delamere. What are we going to do? Again. Super excited. I'm going to be super excited to get to all of these. But that's my growing stack of physical reads. Yes. I do have till like the beginning of September to read these. This is not like a monthly thing. I'm just doing this on my radar in June because it's SPFBO, the start of SPFBO. And then we have Soul, I think that's how you pronounce it, Soul, by J. Davies and Kay Grayson. And this is the naked hardcover. I'm so excited to get to this. I was gifted this because it says they were slightly damaged. I can't see any damage to this, but there are a couple of copies that they said were slightly damaged and were given away, so I got this. So those are my current physical reads for the SPFBO9. Yes, I do still have one on the way, which is The Price of Power by Michael Mikkel. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I will put a picture up here. I do still have that that's on its way, but it's coming from America. We know what delivery services are like. I know not when it will arrive, but I will be just quickly going through now the ebooks that I have on my Kindle ready and waiting for me to read them. And again, all SPFBO9 books. So I will get the pictures, the covers up here, and I think you pronounce this Panacea by Alec Robbins. I think that's how you say it. There is also Rebel Unicorn by Brogan Thomas, The Fear of Moncroy (?) by Brian Asher, The Ruptured Sky by Jessica McMinn, Seeds of War by Joao F. Silva. I'm so sorry if I spelled that, if I pronounced that wrong. Vevin Song by Nathan Neves Meyers. This one it's going to be one of the first ones I read as well, because the cover. And The Bleeding Stone by Joseph John Lee. I already have this prior to SPFBO9, so this just means it's bumped up my TBR. Another one I had before SPFBO9 started was An Ocean of Others by Joshua Scott Edwards. Hills of Heather and Bone by Katie Andrews. Miss Covington's by K.R.R. Lockhaven. I've already read Mrs. Covington's. My review will be going up on the fantasy reviews, which I will be leaving links down below. The website, I'm not sure when the actual post will go live, but once I've written it, I will link it on my socials as well. So if you'd like to follow me on my other socials, I will link them linked down below. And all of these books will be getting reviewed by at least one of the team during SPFBO9. So if I don't review these books, they will have either already been reviewed by someone on the team for the fantasy reviews, or they've decided that they're going to review them instead of me. But they will all be reviewed at some point, so I'm excited for that. Next up we have 11th Cycle by Kian and Readalongs. This already has a couple of reviews up on the fantasy reviews, so if you're interested in the views of my other teammates, then I will leave, then go and check out the blog, because they're brilliant. My team are great. Earthbreaker Enchanted by Melinda Kucera, I think that's how you pronounce it. Becoming a Druid by Mike Molman. I have that on audio as well. And Phased by Victoria Tekken, also known as Tori Talks here on YouTube. Those are the ones that I have on Kindle. Those are the ones I currently have physically. Depending on how my TBR MBR goes over the next couple of months, I will be trying to fit these in around obligation reads. I do only have 5 obligation reads per month, so I can generally read between 10 and 15 books a month, but that's when some of them are on audio. Some of these I may be able to get on audio. I haven't seen which other ones of these I can get on audio, but I will see. If you are interested in any of these books, I will link the SPFBO9 blog post from Mark Lawrence, who is the creator, the man behind SPFBO. I will leave his website linked below, and there are a list of all the SPFBO9 entrants, and I'll also leave a couple of other links. There's Zach Argyle has done a website page on it as well, and the India Chords also have a web page that links you to purchasing the books. It also gives you a breakdown of what books are available on audiobook, so have at it. If you are interested in any of these books in any way, shape or form, I highly suggest you check them out. A lot of the books that are entered are also available on Kindle Unlimited. If you have that, then go check them out. The first phase ends in September. I think it runs up to September before they whittles down to semi-finalists. So I have a while to read all of these, so keep your eyes peeled for video reviews and blog reviews coming soon. And I'm really excited for all of these books. Half of these I had before they were actually entered in SPFBO9, so I'm just really excited. So if you do like me and you want to see more of me, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff down below. And if you are here and you want to let me know, hey, if you don't have anything to say, leave a black heart, it's very much appreciated. If you have any indie recommendations, please hit me up, because I am down for the indie recommendations. I need a whole new bookshelf so I can put all my indie books on there, because the collection is growing. I have a problem, but it's fine, we love it. So I'm gonna go now. Peace and love. Bye.
Every time I fall in love, it seems to be at the wrong